So hello guys, I decided I was going to make a small video to sort of help any of you who want to begin doing the sort of thing that I'm doing here. So yeah, I did this for my music channel. I showed off all my tech. I showed off all the stuff that I use for recording. And now I'm going to show off all the stuff that I use for recording Let's Plays, and hopefully this will help you. So the first thing on the list is this. Let's see if I can just twist the pop filter out of the way. It's a Blue Yeti microphone. You want to focus, camera? Focus. It's a blue. Focus. Focus. It's a Blue Yeti. Anyway, yeah. These are really unimportant. The volume's just whatever. There's a mute button. This is your gain knob. I have it set to just before the G. And then I also have it set to cardioid. There's a stereo setting. I believe this is all around, and then this is bidirectional. So yeah. Then again, I think stereo would be bidirectional technically, but yeah, you get the point. Moving on now. Moving on over here. I have this laptop set up here, which has obviously got a whole bunch of shit plugged into it, and my desk is a fucking mess, but whatever. Then I got a second monitor over here. So typically what goes on is I'll have a capture software running in here, as well as Audacity. Yeah, but I'll get into those a little bit later. I'm going to focus on hardware right now, and then I'll get over to software. Pair of headphones are great. Sometimes having speakers or a built-in speaker is good as well. Over here I've got my GameCube, as well as I've got my PS3. Got some games for both of them. Now here's where we get more into, I guess, the technical aspect of actually recording the game. Now let's see if I can reach these down here, because they're really out of the way. Or maybe I'll just do this. Let me try and fucking ghetto rig this shit. So that right there is a Roxio Game Capture HD Pro, I believe. Or Roxio, it says Roxio Game Cap Pro HD, so I said it the wrong way. But yeah, that is what I use for component games. There's an in and out. It's also what I use for HDMI games, like the PS3. There's an in and out, so you don't need splitters. Whereas this is the Dazzle DVC100, which you need splitters for if you're going to be watching it in something, but you can set it up to record in real time, which is pretty cool. I'm not going to be teaching you how to do that. Let me just, okay, just making sure. I'm not going to be teaching you how to do that. You just Google it, or search it up on YouTube, because that's where I find it majority of the time. Also, yesterday I just ordered an AverMedia Live Gamer Portable. So that's going to be fun to try and use. I was going to get a Blackmagic Intensity Shuttle, but apparently they don't always work, which is not something I really want to deal with. Alright, so let's get into software now. So one of the most important softwares that you're going to need, no matter what kind of gaming that you do, whether it be console or whether it be PC, you're going to need Audacity. You're going to need that blurry piece of crap, because the camera doesn't fucking focus. You're going to need Audacity. I mean, I can leave you a link below. Also, Audacity is what I use for music sometimes as well. Audacity is just an overall great audio recording software. This is fucking fantastic and works great. So I'm gonna go over console gaming first, and then I will work on PC gaming. For PC gaming, you're gonna need Steam probably, or Pirate Bay if you're a cheap piece of shit like me. And yeah, and then I'll go over console gaming, what I do for consoles, and then depending on which capture card as well, because it's a different setup. And then I'll go into PC gaming and the different types of recording that I have. So first things first, for the Roxio, it comes with its game capture. Let me see if I can get my mouse. Game Capture HD Pro software, which is fairly simple. You just open it up. I mean, I would love to do it, but I'm not going to make this video super long, hopefully. You just open it up, click capture, set up your stuff, name your file, whatever, and then just capture it. And it's really that simple. I'm actually going to turn this on in the meantime because I'm going to show you something that is something that I didn't know. Anyway, moving on. Fucking consoles. So the next thing is obviously the Dazzle DVC100. Like everything that has HDMI, I will use the Roxio until I get a monitor that has a component. Then I will use the Roxio for that as well. But hopefully once I get the AverMedia, I can start live streaming with an HDMI. That's the plan, because that's what it's for. So the not the Roxio, the Dazzle actually comes with Pinnacle Studio, or Pinnacle, or whatever you want to call it. Pinnacle Studio. Mine came with Studio 14. Not super important which update it comes with. Yeah. I have a lot of frame drops with that software, so I don't tend to use it a whole lot. So yeah, I have a lot of frame drops when I try and use Pinnacle Studio 14. And I also have a lot of not working. Okay, there you go. I have a lot of frame drops when trying to use Pinnacle Studio. So I tend to use XSplit Broadcaster. Just open it in there and then use Camtasia Studio 8 to record the screen. As well as I have a really weird setup for it because XSplit doesn't take sound from the Dazzle. So I have these, which would just go into splitters on the Dazzle and then come out to this. And I'll have it with just a two-way stereo cable like this, which is this on both ends. And then I'll just put it in here with the little adapter thing, which I have somewhere. A little adapter like this. Put it into my audio interface. And then record that way. You can see I have the PlayStation open over there. This isn't in a capture software, this is just on the monitor. So the next thing we're going to go on to, because that's all the console stuff, I'm going to move on to PC stuff. But real quick before I do that, actually no, I'll do it after. Yeah, I'll do it after. So like I said, I have Camtasia, which is a screen capture software, which works fucking fantastically. I also have DxTory over here, which I like a lot better than Fraps. But I do have Fraps. It's not on my desktop because I don't typically use Fraps. Because, like I said, I like DxTory a lot better. File size isn't as crazy, as well as the it's easier to record with. It's one file instead of a bunch of them, as well as it's not as overbearing on the PC, which is wonderful. And then yeah, that's basically what I use for recording PC. What I'll do with console as well as PC is I'll have the capture software, and then I'll have Audacity running in the background. And I'll teach you something that you should do if you're going to be doing this. I'm going to put this camera down. Hopefully the microphone is the one on the top. If not, you're going to be hearing it a little distorted right now. So if you're going to be doing something like this where you're talking to a camera and you're going to be using a separate microphone, something that you want to do is called syncing. So what you can do, this is once you're editing, obviously you're going to be doing this. So what you can do is you can either just talk, and then you can match up the two waveforms so that you'll be talking at the exact same time, or you can make your life easier with, this is obviously just with the camera and a microphone, a separate microphone. You just clap, and then you would sync up the camera clap with the microphone clap sound, because the clap is a lot easier of a marker to read than just your words. So yeah, that's a cool little tip for you. That's something that I didn't know and nobody had told me, and I had learned eventually. Now this is the next thing. This is for consoles, this is for PC. So what you're going to do is you're going to count to 3. You can use a different rhythm if you want, or you can just count to 3. But make sure that every time you count, you move. So what are you doing? No. What the fuck is what just happened there? Anyway, so make sure every time that you count, you move. So you're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then that should help you. No, don't sign into my account. No! Oh, now my email's on YouTube. I care. What are you doing? Stop! Yeah, fuck it, sure. Update. I don't care. Okay. I'm gonna fucking keep this on me because for whatever reason it's broken. It's being weird. I don't like it. Just updating my PS3. Fuck it. Yes, turn off system. After. Start. Alright, you update. You do that, I'll be here. Anyway, so yeah, that will help you sync up your microphone audio with the game audio. Obviously, it's not like you can clap in the video game, and it'll happen in real life as well. Also, there's a bit of a delay if you're using a screen. Like say your monitor or whatever has sound coming out of it. From the time it takes for your voice to say 1 and then match up perfectly with the game, the time that it takes the sound to come from the speakers and to hit the microphone is a tiny bit delayed. So it'll seem like it's out of sync, but it's really not. Which is kind of the issue with recording with actual speakers on. So yeah, and then now I'm going to go into editing software. So if you don't really care about editing, you just want to do the recording part, I got bad news for you because you're going to need to learn to edit. So what I use for editing is, for the longest time I used Sony Vegas Pro 12. I'm pretty sure they have a 13, but I'm still on 12. As well as now I use, where is it? Adobe Premiere Pro. And then a while back I was having some problems with Premiere where I was trying to export it as a WMV because that's what I export all my files as, and then it wouldn't export properly, so I was just like, what the fuck do I do? And I googled it, what the file format that YouTube best supports. It wasn't a problem with YouTube, it was a problem with Adobe Premiere, but I was trying to change up the file format that I use. And there's a file format in Adobe which is H point a bunch of numbers, and then right below it should be H point a bunch of numbers HD. If you just go to H point a bunch of numbers, that's your WMV, not WMV, that's your MP4 file format, which is actually YouTube's best supported file format, which is fucking great, and now I use that instead. So it comes in pretty handy. Yeah. As well as if you are able to do thumbnails, I'm sorry, I'll stop shaking the camera. If you are able to do thumbnails, the best place to do it is to go to Premiere Pro, load up your game, take a screenshot, or just go to Google. Yeah, Chrome down there. Just go to Google, search a picture of your game, and then put it in Photoshop. And just make a thumbnail there. And yeah, that's really all the stuff that I think you should know. If there are any more questions, also, just so you know, Camtasia, DxTory, and Fraps all record your microphone, like within the same program, but it's a lot less load bearing on the PC, and it's a lot easier to mess with levels and stuff if you use Audacity separately and don't record your microphone with these software capturing programs. And then Roxio doesn't. The Dazzle won't capture your audio. But yeah, so these are just little things that I feel I wish someone had told me, and I'm here to tell them to you. I'm going to set this camera down because my arm's kind of tired. Tell them to you. If you have any more questions, feel free to reach out to me. I will answer any questions if I know the answer. I can do more video tutorials like this if you guys are interested. If this did help you, if you could do me a favor and leave it a thumbs up and share this with someone else who possibly wants to be getting into this sort of stuff. I'm really just looking to help at this point because, you know, some people find it harder to get into this sort of thing, and it's kind of a craft that you have to master. It's not something where you just pick up a microphone, pick up a fucking capture card and go, alright, I'm a pro at this, I can do it. Because it's a learning experience, right? It's a lot of learning, it's a lot of trial and error, and hopefully I help cut back on trial and error. Thank you guys for watching. I've been this guy who plays games, and I'll see you guys in the future. Peace out, Kicksters. I hope I helped.